Dave's going to fuck out to eat with noodles. They're all a fucking bunch of weirdos from the Boy. Fuck, nobody wanted to join the Boy. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Goddamn, Tana, you were one of the major stepping stones of everybody going to the Boy. What are you talking about?
No, I was not. If I remember correctly, Rachel, Morty, and them were over there first. Thank you
What?
very
Hell
much.
no. Fuck no.
Yes,
You
they
were over there
were.
with Mr. T before anybody. What?
No, they were over there first because Popper gave him videos to play on me. That's a lie, take back. They were there first because Popper gave him shit on me back in the day.
When the asylum popped up, hell
That's
no.
when it drew me over there. When I went over there was when Popper was giving him roach videos and other videos to play on me. Ask Isaac. They were over there first.
Tina is correct. Morty and Rachel went to Mark. Oh goddamn! Well, that does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I went over there to find out what the hype was and see what was going on, and I ended up staying there. That was a stupid mistake on my part, but it wasn't for no other reason. But hey, everybody else was there, so I'm able to join company, right? I think I said that on Frank's when he was going back and forth with me and Frank over here.
Then where were you going at the time?
Excuse me? I was on
Where
Frank's
were
at
you
the
going?
time. I was on Frank's.
Yeah, because me and Tina. Yeah,
Yes, and then he called Isaac and want to know how he could make some money like Frank. And that's when he said he would give up information on Morty, and fucking Isaac told everybody on a stream one day.
Yeah, because me and Tina were over here
doing challenges. And he said, I want to make some of that too. How do I do it? And Isaac outed him on his own fucking panel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he sure did, And then he started going at me and Tina for a while because Tina was over here. And basically, and then what? JP started going at us too at the same time.
Yes, that's when the WWE wrestling belt came in effect. Yes.
So why did you and Mark start beefing originally?
Who?
You and Mark. Why were y'all beefing?
Because you guys went over there. He said on the very beginning. Because he was saying shit behind my fucking back. That's why, and I fucking called him out on it. Mm-hmm. He was playing both sides. He was telling Popper what Popper wanted to hear, and then laughing at me about the gifts that were sent to me, and I fucking went off. That's why.
Yeah, but how did y'all even start interacting?
Because I went over there to see what the fuck. I asked him a question. He was on the asylum, and I was talking about Lisa Lynn, and he said he would fuck me up, and I said, "Bitch, who the fuck you think you are?" And that's when Steve said, "Tina's from the Angry Grandpa show." So he said, she's got more subs than all of us, motherfucker. That's how I ended up over there, to be used. That's why, and I went over there.
Now that you say that, I remember that. Yep, I remember that.
What up? What up? No, I don't. I honestly don't have nothing to say on this subject. But I see an interesting subject in the chat. Jake, your words when you were confronted, and here's the thing, I don't like Abe, to be honest. I don't like Abe. I don't like Steve. But I can tell when Abe was asking the question, he was walking you into something because he knew what he was looking for. And your response to his question was very telling. It was very telling. First, the minute you said the word Wendy, you stopped in your tracks.
That is a fact. He paused. The pause was deafening.
You literally stopped in your tracks. Like your mind registered and was like, fuck. And then you continued and you said Wendy again. And then when you finished it, it was like Wendy Pack. And your voice kind of trailed off a little bit. Like you knew you fucked up. And then when Abe said, yeah, that was the account that did the CP bombing, you were like, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No. You got really defensive. No, it wasn't. No. But it actually was because that account actually CP bombed Take Back, and you were on the panel when it happened. Conveniently. The same way you were on your own panel when it happened. And as soon as it happened, you immediately tried to blame it all on Abe. And Abe was the one, and Abe was the CP bomber. But I think that the plan that you had was to do it, pin it on Abe, and that would be like the death blow to Abe. But then I think it backfired because you realized, shit, it's not turning all on Abe like I thought it was. People aren't going after Abe, calling Abe the CP bomber.
Mm-hmm.
It was a plan that backfired. And then it just kind of slowly but surely got swept under the rug. But I do think the original plan was to have it pinned on Abe. And at the time when Take Back had got CP bombed, we were over here because we were like, the fuck? Like, this was because this was before Guest Mob even was over in the boy. We weren't in, on streams or panels. This is the very beginning of, shit. I was retired, I'm pretty sure.
This is
There was
when
like,
I was streaming pretty regular. Like I didn't really go on other
yeah.
people's panels that much.
I'm pretty sure I was already gone, and there was like the 6 or whatever was in place or some shit at that point.
Yeah.
We weren't over in the boy.
This was
We
early
weren't being on
December
panels.
2022.
Yeah, and we were trying to figure out because this was like a boy thing. This CP bomber was going around doing it to everybody, and we were just over here like, man, that shit's disgusting. What the fuck? But then Take Back got hit, and we were like, what would the connection fucking be? Like, why would they come over here? Like, this person who's way over there in this other community, why would they hit Take Back? Like, do they even know who Take Back is? And we were really fucking confused. And at that time, we were like, really, the only connection is Jake, because Take Back and Jake had just had a dust up. I don't know if it was on a panel or if it was in a stream or if Jake was live and Take Back was in the chat. I forgot what it was, but there was a dust up between the two of them. And then Take Back went live. When Take Back got CP bombed, Jake was on the panel. Jake was there. So it kind of adds up. Now, when you factor in your own words, when you were speaking to Abe about it, you not only explained the entire thing of how you porn bomb, but you could just tell how when you were explaining it, like this is something that you like legitimately get into. Like, you explained how you get on the laptop and you open up the browser and then you log into the account this way, but then you do it this way because if you do it this way, then it makes it look like it's coming from someone's account. Then you rattle off names. You're like, and that's how I was able to make it look like Savage or this person or this person or this person or this person. You rattled off the names of the people that like you would use. And first, why porn bomb and try to make it look like other people anyway? I mean, that's just a shady fucking shit thing to fucking do. But at the same time, I can tell Abe was walking you right into that question when Abe said, yeah. When you porn bombed Poon, he was like, that was, yeah, no, you used my name, right? So you volunteered this next piece of information. He said, you used my name, right? And you said, no, it wasn't your name. No. I used Wendy. And then as soon as you said Wendy, you stopped in your tracks. And then you finished and you said, Wendy Pack. And then there was like dead silence for maybe about 2 to 5 seconds. Nobody jumped in. It was just silent. And then Abe said, yeah. And that was the account that was CP bombing. And you said, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, what? But it was too late. You already fucked up. You already outed yourself. And your whole no, it wasn't is bullshit. Because that account was the one that CP bombed Take Back. The account that you were saying you used to porn bomb is the same account that CP bombed Take Back. And we have 100% evidence that that's the account that CP bombed Take Back.
Well, you know what, Isaac? I like Fupa Fabulous because Fupa Fabulous always has an answer, a good answer. So she put in the chat, she said, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Wendy Pack is a well-known troll account that was bombing forever, guys. Well, a well-known troll account that was porn bombing. Name one other person that's came out as a Wendy Pack account, Fupa.
Yeah, who's the other person that came forward and said, "Yep, that's my account too"? Because right now, the only person that has come forward and claimed that account is Jake.
And keep in mind, Fupa, when you answer this question, nobody over there really knew me yet. So all these Wendy Pack accounts targeted little old Take Back from the AGP community.
Not to mention, Jake said that he had a way where it'll show like it was coming from the person's account, like whoever's name he wanted to use. He had a way where it would look like it came from their account. And in the screenshot that I know we have, the Wendy Pack account was authenticated by YouTube. So if somebody would take a glance at that, they're going to think that that was Wendy Pack who was authenticated by YouTube. Now, when this happened, we didn't know who the fuck this Wendy Pack person was, and there was no tie to our community. We had never had a CP bombing in this community ever. We weren't in the Boyd. Most of Boyd really didn't even know who the fuck we were. This was the beginning. They heard, some shit from like Asylum or Steve. They didn't really know Take Back. Take Back wasn't jumping on panels and stuff like he does, now. So it was pretty unknown to that side. But it was right after you and Take Back had a dust up, and then he went live. You jump on panel, he gets porn bombed with CP.
And there's another interesting part. Who else does Jake hate, Isaac?
Abe, Steve.
Steve? Okay, that Steve's a good one. We can stop there. The name wasn't only Wendy Pack. It was a Steve Billings troll account that authenticated as Wendy Pack.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who else would have came to my channel under Wendy Pack, somebody that none of us ever heard of, as Steve Billings and Wendy Pack?
Jake.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Just to stir up shit.
Almost like it was a setup.
Mm-hmm. Because they figured if Steve attacks Isaac will attack back Steve, it cause a big old ruckus.
Yeah, but they don't put porn bomb on each other's fucking channel. That's fucking childish.
No.
Who the fuck wants to see that? And if you're such a good porn bomber, why don't you just use your own dingaling?
I mean, it's like this. I don't like Steve at all, but I mean, that would be an easy vouch for me at least to be like, nah, that's not Steve. You know what I mean? So it's like that seemed like almost like the same person that tried to pin it on fucking Abe. That's what I think. Because I think it was very telling. Like when Jake got, and let's use quotes here, quotes, when Jake got CP bombed, quotes, because I still think he logged
hold
in
on. Fupa says
himself.
receipt equals proof, then I will give a second thought, hell, even a first. All right, I've got the proof. Should we show the proof, Isaac?
Go for it.
I've got the proof. I don't know how I can show it on StreamYards, but I've got it. Hold on. Where can I talk to you at, Fupa? Are you on Twitter or what?
Discord. And keep in mind, I do want to say this again. Nobody else has claimed this Wendy Pack account. And we had found out when we went over to the Wendy Pack thing, because we typed her name in the YouTube search, and she was live at the time. And Take Back was like, oh, shit. This person's actually fucking live. Should we go over there? We're like, hell yeah. And we fucking rolled up in there like looking for blood. Like, who the fuck is this Wendy Pack that just CP bombed? What the fuck? And we went on panel. Me and Take Back did. Somebody else jumped up and they like immediately went to bat for her. And we're like, no. Like, listen, you guys don't understand. Trust me, it's not her. And they explained about her. And then we just kicked it. And through talking, we were trying to figure out the tie. We were like, do you know this person? She's like, no, I don't know that person. Well, do you know this person? And one of the people we named, we're like, okay, how about Jake? Do you know Jake? And we gave her a couple of usernames. She's like, oh yeah, yeah. And the one was like, yeah, yeah, we know who Jake is. And we're like,
Her
oh,
name
okay.
was Gidgies. Gidgies is the woman's name we spoke to.
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, we know Jake. And it was like, oh, okay. And this was after Take Back and Jake had a dust up. And Jake was on the panel when it happened. I mean, well, I think in certain cases, some things just fall into place, right? And sometimes information falls into place. So I think that when you remove, and this is for anybody listening, when you remove your bias you may have in just whether it's a friendship, whether you like going to the person's channel, whether you just don't think that person would ever do something like that, whatever it may be, if you look at how this is lining up and you put that together with Jake's own words of him, and maybe we can play that clip of him not only explaining how he would porn bomb, but how he would porn bomb and make it look like somebody else did it, rattling off the names of the people that he used to try to frame to make it look like they were the ones doing the porn bombing. When you factor in all that, and then you factor into Abe confronting him about the porn bombing, Jake just openly saying, yeah, when I did the porn bomb to Poon, it was with a Wendy Pack account. Abe countering that, saying, yeah, that was the account that was going around doing the CP bombing. Jake denying it, saying, no, it wasn't, no, it wasn't, no, it wasn't, no, it wasn't. But here's Fupa in the chat saying that was a known fucking CP bombing account. So last time I checked, I mean, Fupa and Jake are both Kingdom. That's a big disconnect in the story here.
Where's that clip at of Jake saying that when him and Abe talking about that and he says the Wendy Pack shit? Where's that at?
That's on Steve's Twitter.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, I mean, that's a same community, but you're both in the chat saying completely two different things. Fupa's like, oh yeah, that was a known troll account that was doing all this shit. Jake in the audio straight up was like, no, it wasn't, that was not the account, and it wasn't even the fact that he denied it. It was how he denied it. It wasn't like, the fuck are you talking about? Like that's what my reaction would be, right? Like my reaction at first would be like, the fuck is you talking about? Like, wait, what? You know what I mean? I wouldn't immediately be like, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it. Well, Fupa's saying it was, and we're saying it was with proof, and you're the only one to claim that account.
Hold on, I just want Fupa to stick around for just a minute. We're going to show you the proof right now. Just stick around.
Just saying, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Julia, if you suspected Pasta Crew, you can suspect that all you want. We didn't know who the fuck Pasta Crew was.
No.
They didn't know who the fuck we were.
I was like, I asked last night. I was like,
wait, what? Who's Pasta Crew?
Yeah, that Julia says.
Oh. I mean, yeah, no, that's a good point. I'm sure Pasta Crew didn't know who we were.
Like, and I wish I didn't know any other community.
At this point in time, oh God. Jake says, that's why I called the FBI, because of Poon's claim he reported me for this stuff. Yeah, but like that doesn't
I was on a show that day
anything.
when he did that.
That doesn't show anything. That doesn't prove anything. That's called covering your ass. And I'll just be real with you. When we're talking about the original situation, like if I'm ever live and I were to get CP bombed and it's a child, my first knee-jerk reaction is not to like save it and show people. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe that's just the father in me. I thought that was a pretty normal mindset to have, but like I would just be like, what the fuck? Okay, all right, whoa. Like Okay, I just got CP bombed, guys. Like, I wouldn't be like, what the fuck? Screenshot. And then show a Discord. So, I mean, I think that's mistake number one. Mistake number two was sharing it.
Yeah.
Mistake number three, even though I don't like the motherfucker, was blaming it on Abe with no fucking proof. Like, just straight up was like, Abe did it. And everyone was kind of like, whoa, wait, whoa, what? You know what I mean? Even people that
Here we
even
go.
people that didn't like Abe was like, the fuck?
Here
We're
we
not-
go.
That's not an Abe's MO. Abe don't
Here
do
we
that
go.
kind of shit.
Here we go. This, Frank, I'm gonna share this. You're gonna have to show it to the people.
All right.
But
Full
this
screen it,
is
Frank.
this is Jake's own words and the screenshot of what happened to my backstage. Wait, I'm gonna have to convert it. God damn, StreamYards is whack. Hold on.
Listen to Jake's words when he says Wendy. Just listen. It's very telling. It's very telling. It's almost like when he said it, it was like oh shit, I just fucked up. Like, why'd I say that? Like he immediately kicked himself. And you know what? I'm gonna address this one. Gorgeous says, it's just convenient to blame Jake right now because y'all don't like him. It's been known that there's several Wendy Pack troll accounts in the community. No, not at all. When I first heard Steve talk about it and seen his post and then Abe, I really didn't think much of it or even look much into it at all. But when I actually listened to the clip, it was telling. Then, after I listened to the
All right,
clip,
it's backstage.
when I remembered, wait a minute, that account was the one that CP bombed Take Back right after Take Back and Jake had a feud.
There's no way to prove anyone porn bombed anyone unless
There it
they
is.
fucking admit to it. That's the God honest
No, the
truth.
only way to admit if you got porn bombed is to
Most
contact
people,
YouTube, get a super corner,
when
and
I
do it
used
that,
to do
or
porn
contact
bombing,
StreamYards.
when I used to do it, bro, I used to fucking just make fucking accounts and register the browser as that person, and then fucking log on to StreamYards as that onto that browser and fucking log into the StreamYard, and it would come up as, for example, Evil Abe or Lisa Lindland or fucking G Mangoes or Savage Live, whoever the fuck I was pretending to be.
Yeah,
I
you
could have a
used my name a
browser.
lot. You also went into Poon Handler's stream, didn't you? Didn't you go
No,
into Poon? Wait,
I only
Jake,
done
didn't you
Poon
go into
Handler
Poon
once. I porn
Handler's stream
bombed
under
Poon
my name?
Handler one time.
I thought you said that before.
I just said I porn bombed him one time.
I know, and you said on your stream one time that you came in under my, but you said you came in under my name.
No, I
to do
went
that
on
to Poon, correct?
Poon Handlers as Wendy Peck. I used her green little
Oh,
fucking
that's the
alien
same. Wow.
icon.
Now that you say that, that was the account that CP bombed everybody, Jake.
No, it
So,
wasn't.
wow.
No, it
That says
wasn't.
a lot.
Don't try and
You
twist
do
that
realize
shit.
that, right?
Don't try and twist that shit.
Yeah, he got
Don't
CP
try and twist
he
that
got
shit.
CP porn bombed by Wendy Pack.
No,
And
he
so did
didn't.
I.
No, he didn't. There you go, trying to
Ask
fucking
Poon
do it with fucking
about
weird
it. He will
fucking
tell you that
pedo
Wendy Pack
supporter.
account is the one that did that.
Poon fucking
See, that's
also
the
lied
problem
for
with
2
keeping up
years
with
that he
lies,
fucking
Jake. You
phoned
just
the
gave yourself away
FBI.
on that.
JT, this is what he wanted.
Play that part one more time where he says Wendy Pack.
And fucking log into the StreamYard, and it would come up as pretending to be.
Yeah,
I
you
could have
used
a
my name a
browser.
lot. You also went into Poon Handler's stream, didn't you? Didn't you go into Poon? Wait,
I
Listen
done
Jake,
to
didn't you
Poon
go
how
into
he
Handler
Poon
once.
realizes
I
he fucked up.
stream
porn
under
bombed
my
Poon
name?
Handler one time.
I thought you said that before.
I just said I porn bombed him one time.
I know, and you said on your stream one time that you came in under my, but you said you came in under my name
No,
to
I
do
went
that
on
to Poon, correct?
Poon Handlers as Wendy Peck. I used her green little
Oh,
fucking
that's the
alien
same. Wow.
icon.
Now that you.
Yeah, I don't know that shit's shaky.
His voice was shaky. Wendy Peck. Like he just knew. Like the minute he said Wendy, he's like fuck. Like fuck. But at that point, I think he registered in his head. I already said Wendy, it's too fucking late. Like, fuck. The whole if you think he's guilty, call the cops. Jake's in a completely different country for one. There would have to be there would have to like Jake would have to, and this is disgusting to say, but it's true. For the United States to try to do something, because Take Back is the victim and he resides in the United States. Um, for them to even like have enough to do something to somebody in a different country, first it has to be a pretty big situation, but they would also need an overwhelming amount of fucking evidence that says, okay, it's like this person was caught red-handed. But there's really no way to catch someone red-handed unless we're like looking over their shoulder while they download the shit so they can get ready to share it out on YouTube. Um, but at the same time, some things are common sense, and common sense may not work in the court of law, but common sense is still common sense. There are crimes that go unpunished every day, and it doesn't mean that the person or the people that committed the crimes are innocent just because they weren't charged or because they didn't get caught. But in this situation, everything else lines up. It all lines up, you know. I mean,
And another thing I noticed from the
beginning
beginning
to
of
end.
that video, and in the beginning of and I've heard Jake say this numerous times, he often brags that there's no way to tell who a CP bomber is.
That is true. It is. It's a disgusting truth, but it is true. And like me and Nix were talking about this a couple of days ago, because this is a topic that actually like recently irritated me. And like we were talking about it, and I was going to talk about it on the next stream, but I mean I'll just go ahead and say my quick piece now, because it's not really worth a full stream. But like it's almost like people take the internet and they separate it from real life, which you should in some aspects. But I think it's almost like people get too caught up in the internet that they forget their own moral code and they forget common sense. They forget what they would usually or normally support. You know what I mean? Like if you take a lot of these situations and you put this, let's say, on a neighbor of yours, you know what I mean? Like, we'll take Abe, for example. Abe is this alcoholic that screams and yells and talks about how to properly beat a woman, racist, throws around the N word. Now, let's say Abe was your neighbor, he lived at the end of the block. Well, if all the neighbors know Abe is the guy who's really perverted and screams, says the N word, says perverted things, talking about beating women, that block ain't gonna be like, oh, that's just Abe. They're gonna be like, that's the weird guy on the block. You know what I mean? That's the weird guy. Yeah, no. Listen, we don't fuck with him. That's the fucking weird guy. He talks about beating women and screams and yells and says the N word. Or take Mark. You take all the shit that Mark has done, even including, putting my kids' pictures on the live stream, threatening to murder my children, all types of shit. Now you put that to somebody in your real life, and let's say it's your next door neighbor who's known for doing all the things that Mark has done, including threatening to murder fucking kids, saving the pictures, and then posting pictures on a live stream of children, and trying to talk about that child in a sexual manner. When it would be your neighbor